If tasers are required, then police officers should be armed with them. However, when they're armed with them, they should be given the highest standard of training when doing so, and they should only use these weapons in a limited set of circumstances.
Officers have a minimum of 18 hours training topped up every year. They're allowed to fire a taser if someone's posing a threat to the public, police or themselves.
The Independent Police Complaints Commission has launched an investigation after a 27-year-old father of two died after being shocked by police with a Taser electric stun gun. Officers were called to a flat in Barrow yesterday and arrested the man, who's been named by locals as Dale Burns, using the Taser. He was taken to hospital where he died after saying he felt ill. Jane Death reports.
Dale Burns, a weight trainer and judo champion, who died last night hours after he was shot with a taser by police. He was a taxi driver. He lived here in a flat on the top floor, just round the corner from his girlfriend and children. But police were called to a disturbance here at 6:30 last night. They arrested him on suspicion of criminal damage, using pepper spray and a taser, which delivers a 50,000-volt electric shock. Afterwards, Mr. Burns said he felt ill. He died in hospital at 9 o'clock. Dale Burns was young, and by all accounts he was fit. He went to the gym. But friends say he was tasered 3 times here last night. Cumbria police wouldn't confirm that. The Independent Police Complaints Commission is now investigating, just as it's investigating whether the use of a taser contributed to the death of another man, Raoul Moat, who shot himself in the head after a taser was fired. In the last 4.5 months, 38 taser incidents have been referred to the IPCC. They've decided to investigate 15 of them, including yesterday's in Barrow.
Stand still! This is a taser!
But as yet, they've never established a direct causal link between police using a taser and someone dying.
An inquest has heard that the tasers fired at Raoul Moat by police are still undergoing testing and are yet to be approved for use by the government. Some police officers were armed with the Taser XREP. The shotgun-like weapon that can be seen in action here subduing individuals in a promotional video from Taser International is still subject to approval by the Home Office. The XREP is designed to fire a powerful wireless device from a 12-gauge shotgun, thus allowing officers to disable subjects from greater distances than current smaller models allow. Legally, police forces have discretion to use any equipment they see fit as long as the use of the force is lawful, reasonable and proportionate. The inquest heard that 2 police officers fired the XREP taser guns at Raoul Moat around the time he shot himself, though it is not yet clear whether this was before or after the gunman pulled the trigger. But it is understood that the use of the controversial stun guns was authorised in an effort to prevent the 37-year-old taking his own life.
This is the Mossberg X12. It was a co-marketing initiative and a co-business opportunity that we came up with. We have the X-Rep round. Basically, it's a launchable projectile. Basically, taking Taser technology and incorporating it into a shotgun shell. What it does is it effectively gives us the range of 90 feet, so you're able to hit people that you can't get close enough to hit them with the conventional Taser. So what it does is it's a shotgun platform, but what we did with our joint venture with Mossberg is creating a weapons platform that is truly a less lethal dedicated platform. So this is what the cartridge looks like. And before. And all it is, it's all the technology that we have within the Taser, and we wrap it into a small platform, basically allowing it to fire for a given duration, which is 20 seconds. So it fires out of the bore, the activation pin is pulled, and this is what it looks like in flight. It has stabilizer fins, which will go out of a rifle barrel or a smooth barrel. So what it does is it stabilizes in flight. It's very small, very light, and you can feel it. It's very light. So when it hits, it's spinning in the air, impacts the target. There's fracture pins that will break off the inertia of the turning target. So it stops, inertia turns, and what it does is it deploys, it hits, and it's live, so you've got a tethered drive stun or a energy force going into the target wherever the impact zone is. This will separate, the choias will deploy and separate and come down. And this, we're hoping, is going to, if any of these needles attach to them, this is going to read, okay, this is the best connection, so I'm going to create this difference. Now, let's say it doesn't, and only this is happening. So you've got a drive stun that's now tethered. So what's going to cause them to do, because of the pain element, is to reach up and grab these wires. And if they do, grab the nose, the whole nose is booby-trapped. Well, I say booby-trapped. It's built and designed in a way that if you try and grab it, it's going to cause you to do one thing, grab. And you can't pull away. Remember, Taser controls these large skeletal muscles. But on this one, it is an X-rail. What this does is it allows us to address and have an X26 attached to the front. So we have standoff distance, and we recommend it of 10 feet, which is standard in industry with other impact munitions. So when you're in close to 10 feet, you're not going to launch another projectile, but there's 20 seconds, it may not be enough. He goes to get up, you can re-engage a standard Taser on one weapons platform. So you have multiple opportunities, distance and then close.
And then super close, because this will still have its contact.
Oh, absolutely, right? You could.
It was when they were going, and look at the police move out the way and in come the horses. And it is years, you'd have to go back to the kind of the miners' strike or Wapping, News International dispute 20 or 30 years ago, before you would see pictures like that, maybe the poll tax riots as well. But the police horses charging into a crowd to disperse them so that the police lines can reform and keep a sense. And that has obviously provoked anger from the student protesters as the police horses line up and try to go into the crowd.